Hello and welcome to another edition of the Open Minds Update. I'm your host, Maureen Elsberry. This week, a passenger aboard a KLM flight from Amsterdam captured this intriguing piece of video as the plane was taking off from the Schiphol airport. In the first 3 seconds of the video, we see a floating object looking out from the right-hand side of the plane. A blogger on Gather.com suggests, quote, "Any unusual explanation, such as a weather balloon or Chinese lanterns, doesn't seem to apply. It's inconceivable airport officials would allow hovering objects free rein over airspace, crawling with passenger jets arriving and departing," end quote. The object appears to be hovering and is undisturbed by the airliner's turbulence. So far, no final conclusions have been made. It's thought to be one of the best UFO photos ever taken, but it's since mysteriously vanished. The photo was taken in Pitlochry, Scotland on August 4th, 1990, when 2 hikers witnessed a large diamond-shaped object hanging in the air next to an RAF Harrier jet. They snapped off 6 photos and sent them to the Scottish Daily Record newspaper, which never ran the story, and instead forwarded them to the Ministry of Defense for investigation. Nick Pope, former chief of the MOD's UFO office, studied the photo when it surfaced in his department.
Both the Defense Intelligence Staff and the Joint Air Reconnaissance Intelligence Center analysed this very carefully, and the consensus was clear on this. This was a real object. It was maybe 25, 30 meters in diameter. Clearly, it could do something that we couldn't, and we wanted that technology.
Nick Pope also had a poster of the famous photograph hanging on his wall until the original photos and negatives disappeared in the mid-1990s. His superior officer was convinced that the object was a secret prototype from the United States. After the U.S. confirmed there was no testing taking place over the UK, Nick Pope's superior officer removed the poster and locked it away. The mystery surrounding these photos may never be solved, as its original photographer's name is lost, and the only physical evidence that remains today is a simple line drawing. The National Atomic Testing Museum in Las Vegas is unveiling a new exhibit called Area 51 Myth or Reality. Open Minds' Jason McClellan went to Vegas and now takes us inside this new display.
Roswell, New Mexico is synonymous with UFO. And while UFOs and extraterrestrials are associated with Area 51, perhaps the initial word to associate with Area 51 is mystery. Very little is known about this top-secret military base located approximately 80 miles north of Las Vegas, Nevada. Its existence wasn't even acknowledged by our government until 2003. There are countless stories from various sources claiming the presence of extraterrestrials at Area 51, as well as extraterrestrial spacecraft being brought to the base. So were these stories just myths, or did they really happen? That is the question being asked at a new exhibit in the National Atomic Testing Museum in Las Vegas. This exhibit, appropriately titled Area 51 Myth or Reality, takes visitors through some of the now-known projects that took place at Area 51, like the Oxcart program that involved the development of the A-12 spy plane, which later became the SR-71 Blackbird.
Through the course of the design process, it's changed multiple times. It's still changing as we're sitting here right now. It's always going to be a work in progress. But it brought together a great number of people. The people that are sitting here today, people like George Knapp, John Alexander, wonderful people who have a very serious interest in both sides of Area 51.
A large portion of the exhibit, however, deals with the alleged extraterrestrial-related projects at the base. Lee Spiegel of the Huffington Post recently wrote a story about the Area 51 exhibit, and he will soon be writing more about it. I will also be writing a review in an upcoming issue of Open Minds magazine, so watch for that. We will be putting together a video story about my visit to the exhibit, and we will post that to our website, openminds.tv, as well as right here on the Open Minds YouTube channel. You can find out more about the Area 51 exhibit at the National Atomic Testing Museum's website.
More stories like these, as well as all the latest news and information, are available on our website at openminds.tv. We welcome your comments here on YouTube. That's all for this edition of the Open Minds Update. I'm Maureen Elsberry. Thanks for watching.